There you go. Okay. All right. What are we doing?
Waiting for the news to come out.
Oh, what time's the news coming on? 8:30?
8:30, yeah.
All right. So in the meantime, what do we do?
Uh, well, a pound dollar to me is looks like it wants to continue to go down.
Okay.
Uh, the 1 hour is strong. Wa- Daily is cycling down. 1 hour is 4 hours strong. 1 hour is down here strong. 15 is giving a trend trade, and 5 is giving a trend trade changing direction.
In trend trade, but we have to wait for the one to recycle, right?
Right. Wait for a better entry. I'm on the 15, so wait for the next 15-minute bar
Okay.
to see where's everything, how everything is situated,
Okay.
and that'll be a continuation trade, 15-minute trend trade. But
Okay.
with the news coming out, this
Oh, that might change.
or that might change with the spike or depending what happens.
Okay.
But that if there was no news, that would be the uh, trade I'll be waiting for on the pound dollar
Okay.
to go short. On gold, gold is bullish. 4 hours cycling back up into a trend. Daily is bullish. Weekly is bullish. 1 hour is strong. But it could start cycling down. The 15-minute already started a trend trade, but it's not going anywhere because the news is about to come out.
Mhm.
5 minutes cycling back down. So same thing here. I'm waiting for the news to see how if things gonna change or they're gonna continue with this bullish run.
Okay. So while we're waiting for the news, why don't we discuss some of the trades we took this morning? Any one of the trades.
Uh, Trades this morning.
And we have
Bas-
20 minutes, right? So,
okay. Oh, and this one. USD CAD. USD
okay.
CAD is at a weekly and daily resistance.
Mhm.
Um, the news could turn it around. Everything's at a peak, so
Mhm.
it's either gonna stay strong and we're gonna get continuation like we were seeing last time on
Yeah.
gold, or the market's gonna turn around.
Okay.
But this time around, we only start looking at this turnaround if we get a change in direction on the 5 minute,
Okay.
and the 15 is actually cycling down. Then we'll consider going short. Versus last time where we wasn't paying attention to it and it just kept going strong.
Right.
So if we never get a change in direction on the 5, I'm not interested in attempting to go short at
Okay.
all. But
So, what
it's
was
in
the trade you took this morning? Was there any trade?
I took some. I screwed up this morning.
All right. So let's look at the Swiss yen.
Swiss
That's the one I took
because I was up 180 pips.
on.
I was just trading gold, but gold was in this sideways movement.
Yeah.
So once it broke out, then I started trading it.
Okay.
So I was up 180 pips till I got over here,
Yeah.
and then I went long, then stayed in it.
Okay.
I started going back to the same shit, doubled up
Right.
over here, triple, and then it started coming down hard, and I was like, shit, and I just gave it all back.
Did I just say watch your language?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's the frustration.
Delete. Delete.
Beep. Where's the
Delete. Delete. Unfortunately, I don't have the bleep button.
bleep? But yeah. If I let's look at this because this is what I didn't react to it properly,
Okay.
and this is a learning experience. Let's go to the 5 minute. So this is where I was at.
Mhm.
I was going long, then it reversed on me, and instead of getting out because I got an instant change in direction
Right.
on the 5,
Right.
I stayed in it, thinking it was going to bounce off the daily pivot again and then go up. And it stayed around here, and I kept getting in and got in my way, knowing that this was in a change in direction. I shouldn't even try to go long when it's. I only should only go long when it got me a change in direction back to the upside, and that was over here. But by that time, it was too late.
Yeah, but where you were at the time, either that second stochastic from the bottom was blue or blank. So it was not in sync at that time.
Right, right.
So why did you go long?
Yeah, why?
Or here, why I went long?
No, not there. Where you continue to go stay long.
Oh, here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was at that point. I wasn't even paying attention to this.
Okay. So you ignored your indicators. Okay.
I ignored it, and I was just taking the bounce off the. Try to take the bounce off the
So you're playing technicals and feelings, which is always what gets into
feeling.
trouble.
Right.
Okay.
So I was doing good over here. I was in sync, getting some of the moves down,
Right.
then some of this up, and then when I got over here, instead of getting out and reversing, and if I would have got out and reversed, then I would have had a nice. It would have been even
Yeah, because your current time frame went red, right?
right.
The top histogram went red. So that,
This
and
is
then the
the
one underneath it went red. So that's the
yeah
5.
this,
Which one are you on? Are you on the 15? No, you're on the 5.
yeah on
So
the
the
5
5
minute.
and 15 went red. So there was a full indication that it's not going to reverse, it's going to continue down.
Right.
So, okay, you
So
ignored it anyway. So, okay.
yeah, so I let my emotions get in the way on this.
Yeah.
Even after I said I was going to stop trading for the day because I already had 180 pips in the bag.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what, I'm done for the day, for the week.
Yeah.
I mean, for continue next weekend, and then I saw this, then I saw this, and I was like, you know what, let me
You saw the
quadruple.
trap and you fell for it.
Yeah, let me give me 4 or 5 trades here. By the time I get up here, yeah, I'm up 400 pips for the day. I'm good. I'm done.
Right.
And I totally ignored the whole situation when I should have just been going short.
All right. So this is
Look,
precisely why I target 2%, so I don't get greedy
right,
on my account. Greed has, I mean, in the past, for me anyway, has been my downfall. And that leads me to make bad decisions. But I want to make 300 pips and I'm only at 120. I need to get the 180. How do I get it? And I see a situation and I get in, which is basically what you did.
right.
And
But
is
right,
that more important, or is it more important to build your account? That's the struggle I'm dealing with also. It seems like you're dealing with the same struggle.
right. Well, greed is okay when you follow your. Because I could trade all day and follow my rules and be okay
Yeah,
and be
rules is
be
different.
greedy.
When you
Right.
abandon your rules, that's
When
when.
I abandon my rules is when greed is not good because
Correct.
it
But unfortunately, when that green monster gets in front of you, your rules go out the window because you're focused on something that you should not be focused on.
and then you lose focus and then this happens.
Correct.
Okay, but hold on for a sec, right? Because I'm as guilty as anybody of exactly what you've just described, Santiago.
Mhm.
Okay.
Right.
So there has to be there has to be something that's triggering this kind of emotional reaction, because it's an actual reaction. It's not a response, it's a reaction. Okay.
Right.
Now that you mention it and I hear you saying it, and I'm listening carefully, and you're describing me, not you, right? And I'm going, well, he's just describing me. What's going on here, right? So now I know that there's somebody who knows how to trade really, really well, really good. is capable of behaving in a way that I would, which means that there's something apart from the actual trading itself that must be triggering this kind of behavior. It must be learned behavior. It has to be. But what's triggering it? Is it a fear of losing out and then losing more? Is it a desperation?
Yeah,
Well,
that's
it's not desperation because he already made his money on the 180 pips. Right.
Okay. Yeah.
So that it shouldn't have been desperation, but he saw a setup that was going to take him long on the two bullish candles that are there, right?
Well, show me where those setups were.
Right
There
there.
and there. Yeah.
And that histogram probably below was blue, right? Because
Well,
it
okay.
was pushing up.
Let's just say that he took the first trade there where he just put the vertical line.
Right.
That was on which time frame?
5 minute.
Okay. How many pips did that give?
24.
Okay.
25.
So if you look at that dark blue line that's going, that horizontal dark blue line.
That's the daily.
Okay, but strictly speaking, that did you stay with that trade, Santiago? Or did you get out there?
No, I stayed with the trade. And
You
I
stayed
just,
with the trade, okay, based on the 5 minute chart.
right.
Okay, just on that basis then, right? I'm just looking at your chart here and I'm going, why did I mean, we shouldn't even be thinking about going long there until it breaks that high.
Right.
Shouldn't even be thinking about it.
And this is where I was when I was saying I was gonna get out. Because I know this was the resistance has been playing off all day. That needed to be
Yeah.
broken either short
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
long. But once it started going against me, I got into recovery mode, and it's like, okay, it's going to jump back up.
Yeah.
Now I'm assuming that this is what's going to happen. Now I'm no longer looking at my patterns or nothing.
Correct.
Now I'm looking at this resistance level,
Yeah.
this pivot point, and I know it's probably going to bounce off of that and then come back to maybe stay in this range.
Yeah.
So I'm not worried at this point. I'm not worried about if it comes down, because if it comes back up, I just get in here, get back in, and get out of the market.
Right.
But it broke it, even though it came back into it, and
Yeah.
and it broke it big time.
Yeah.
And you can't predict these moves,
No.
right? So I'm expecting for it to stay within this range. So I didn't mind staying in the trade because I was just going to get back in, get to the top of the range, and get out.
Right.
This was unexpected, but once I took my focus off of, okay, I'm at support, I'm at resistance, let me get out and wait for the next opportunity, it totally blindsided me.
And that's what I mean, that normally you would have exited, waited for an entry to go north
Right.
rather than stay in the trade.
Right.
And in proper counts, that's important to do that, is take a loss, small loss, and just wait for a new entry.
Yeah.
Correct.
That's a rule that I haven't followed for a long time till I said, screw it, I'm losing too much. And I started doing that this week, right? And you see the difference in the trading.
Right.
First of all, I'm trading according to my plan, right? I'm doing my 2% a day, and then I'm not trading after that. I may trade later in the afternoon when the trade, if I see a good setup, otherwise I don't touch my account. Before I was going in and out, blowing my account all over the place, right? So
Right.
I was trading with abandon once I made about 2%. And that's what we need to avoid, especially in a prop account. In our own account, it's a different story, because there we have masters of our own domain, right?
Well, if it's going to work in your prop account, it's going to work in your personal
But
account.
what I'm saying is restricting yourself to 2%.
Yeah. But ultimately, you can't have. Well, me, I'd speak about myself here. I don't think it's a very good idea to have a 2% daily target on a prop account and not follow the same rule on your own account, because, well, for me anyway, it's just gets confusing then, you know. And I get pushed all over the place then, and then I lose patience, and then, you know, my tolerance for loss.
Now, in a real account, yes, what you're saying is absolutely right. But on a demo account, you know, that's
Yeah.
what demos are for.
Yeah.
To test your theories out, right? So.
Yeah.
But I said, forget it. This week, when I got my account on Monday evening, I said, forget it. I'm just going to follow the rules in the front account, and I have my own personal demo to screw around.
Right. Okay.
So I haven't taken any. I mean, I have taken some losses, obviously, but I haven't taken any dangerous trades. I mean, if it goes against me, I get out immediately and just wait for a better setup.
Right.
And it's just a matter of my training myself now. I mean, 1 week doesn't do anything, right? I have to do it in 2 accounts, like 4 weeks.
Right.
And be consistent with it. And then hopefully go into that.
Oh no, I get it. I totally get that. I totally get it. Yeah.
But it's a matter of how you look at it, right? I mean, it is your rule for yourself that if you're a certain amount of pips or dollars down, you get out and wait for a better setup, or do you endure?
Well, on that subject, I was looking at a guy yesterday who is on YouTube. I don't know what he's called. Doesn't make any difference, right?
Yeah.
But he made a very interesting point. He said the vast majority of people lose on prop accounts because they don't manage their risk. Just hear me out. He said the most you should risk on your account in any one day is 1%. That's the most you should risk. And if you lose that, that's a loss. It's done. Because if you lose 2 or 3% on your account in one day, right?
It'd be hard to make it up the next day.
Yeah, but you haven't got a buffer the next day.
Yeah.
Okay. You might then get a really good move that kind of slightly goes against you, and you panic out because you've lost 3% the previous day instead of 1%, and now you can't stay on the trade.
Yeah.
Just thought it was an interesting point.
Yeah, but 1%.
If you start out with a 100 grand account, right?
Yeah.
1% is $1,000.
Right.
Okay, so if you're trading one lot, that's 100 pips.
Yes.
So you're never going to let it go back against you by 100 pips, like.
Okay.
Do you understand what I mean? And
Yeah.
instead of trying to make the prop account, instead of trying to qualify on that as quickly as possible, if you've got 10 days to do it, or 50 or 20 days to do it, or 30 days to do it, right? And take that 20 or 30 days to do it. You don't have to do it in 4 or 5 days. Because, and he said this as well, the people are doing it on the challenge, and they're really, really careful. And then they get to the live account, they think they know what they're doing, blah, 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 blah. And the next thing you know, they've lost the live account.
Yeah.
So I just thought it was interesting, and it went out of my head until you mentioned it there just now.
We got 5 minutes to go to the news. So let's get back to your gold or pound dollar trade that you're analyzing. Santiago?
Hello?
Yeah, we got 5 minutes to the news.
Oh, okay.
So let's get back to gold or pound dollar, whichever one you want to trade on the news. Not on the news, but with the news. I hear you, John. It's just let's concentrate on the trading, and we can discuss it a little deeper a little later.
I'm really put out here now. Nobody wants to listen to me.
Who are you?
My partner, Brita, she doesn't want to listen to me.
Priorities, buddy. It's priorities.
Yeah, you want to come over here and listen to some conversations? Ooh, you learn how to prioritize very quickly, my man. Oh yeah.
You aren't alone. I mean, like my wife's been home the last 3 days sick, and she keeps texting while I'm trying to train. I'm like, stop doing
Oh yeah,
that.
yeah. I get that all the time.
Yeah.
I get that all the time, yeah.
Leave me alone. But no.
Yeah, go away.
What these days they don't even have to go away. They just keep texting.
I know.
Wherever they are, they keep texting. Just stop that.
Oh, hey, you're reading my mail. Santiago doesn't have that problem, do you, Santiago?
Yeah, I just don't answer the text.
No, but you see it going across the street and get distracted.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
I
look,
have
I'm
my-
looking. Which one are you looking at? Both.
Yeah, this is pound dollar and gold.
Okay, just very quickly before this news comes out. What size is your screen, Santiago?
Shit, I don't know.
Is
I
it
forgot.
24, 36, 32?
Probably a 30 something.
All right, okay.
Probably a 32 or a 34.
Yeah, okay.
It's one of the wide
Yeah, that's a
wide,
32.
wide screen.
32.
Does it
That's
have
what
a
I have.
curved? Is it a curved screen?
Yeah, curve. Yeah, with a curved screen.
Yeah, show off.
I,
There's some flashy sod. Yeah.
I thought of buying a curved touchscreen, but it's too expensive to get it. I don't need it.
Ah,
I've been used to working with touchscreens all my life. And,
have you?
yeah, because I used to create kiosks. They were all touchscreens.
All right.
I did a lot of my training on kiosks.
All right, this news will go off in about 35, 40 seconds, something like that. So
Yeah.
I'm on gold now, and I'm anticipating, but I'm not trading it. I'm anticipating that gold is going to go down.
All the indicators are all saying that it's going up.
I understand that, but I am a contrarian. I'm real contrary. I'm looking on the 1 hour, and I have a yellow ball top left corner. I have a red ball bottom, and then I have a red ball top. So that's why I'm thinking this could come down.
All right. Boom. There you go. Not moving much.
What is the news?
It takes a little while for it to populate.
Okay, durable goods is -1%. Non-defense is 0.2, which is higher. And so one is good, one is bad.
Yeah. And you still got the flash manufacturing and flash service coming out 9:45.
Yeah. Those are preliminary numbers. Then
So
at
if you've
noon,
been really sharp now, you could have got 15, 16 pips already.
yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Then at noon you got DOE's man speaking.
Just looking at the 1 minute chart, it just gave all the signals to go along. All came in at the same time, right as the news went off.
Yeah.
And that was a quick 20 pips, right? But I wasn't sharp enough to get that. I was, in my normal
Look at
self.
that. It's just going. It took out the yellow ball there. Done. That's what it does at news sometimes, and then it comes back down.
All right. This previous day high hasn't touched it today. So
It's getting there. It's going to go test it.
right. You see these pivot points pretty much end up being close to the high and low of the day.
Yeah. Yeah.
So when I get an alert, S1 or R2 or S2 or S1, wherever it lands on, it's usually at a high or low of the day.
Okay.
We'll see how it reacts to this.
Okay.
Let's see. Pound dollar is just stuck. So let's look at USD CAD. Since CAD has some news too. CAD has some good news, so should be dropping. USD CAD may be setting up to.
Do you have oil prices by any chance?
What'd you say?
Do you have the prices for oil? The futures
Oh.
price?
No.
Okay. Yeah, get up.
67
Is it up or down?
down.
That's why USD CAD is going up. That's a direct relation.
All right. We'll see if we get any changes in.
I mean, pound has been finicky this week.
Sorry,
The pound has been finicky this week.
I know, but
It doesn't move, and then it moves, and then doesn't move. It hasn't set up properly all week.
okay. So this is at gold is at the previous day high now. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's see if they're finished their stop hunting with that.
Let's look at this on the 1 hour. 1 hour is in sync to go long, so I might break that. This is the target. This is the extension, 618 extension from to the 4 hour chart.
That's the daily, right?
What's the daily? Yeah. It was this move here. This was the extension for this move, which pretty much already hit it. All right, let's see. Go down to a 15-minute.
If it goes past that extension, it's going to go to the 200.
All right. So we're getting some kind of rejection.
Yeah.
So we got that. Let's go to the 5.
Ay, 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 ay.
USD CAD probably on the 1 minute. Everything's not in sync, so it's best to wait.
And he said not in sync.
Oh, these are not the 1 hour and 15
That's on the which chart are
on
you
on the 1 minute USD
on?
CAD.
Okay.
Now from here up it was, but I want a better signal.
Right.
Meaning I need the 5 minute to get into a pattern, not just the 1 minute. Yeah, I have to sometimes tell myself I don't need to catch the very, very top.
Mm-hmm.
I just need to catch something
Near the top.
near the top, but which is more reliable.
Yeah.
So you needed to break the day. But we said earlier that it went. We should have waited for it to go north of there before we took the trade. Now we need for it to come back down, go below that on the gold.
On gold.
Yeah. Is that what we're thinking here?
No, I'm
So-
just waiting for I'm waiting for a change in direction on the 5 minute.
Okay.
So I need this indicator to come down and get below the 50. Then I want to start.
Okay. Right.
Then I
Okay.
want to start looking for a setup, and
Okay.
hopefully the 15 minute will also be cycling down.
Okay.
Then I should be able to get a more consistent move than just all this back and forth.
Okay. Yeah.
Same thing with the USD CAD, right?
Yeah, same thing.
You think you're really going to wait till 10 o'clock? Wait for that news to come out.
The next one come out at what, 9:45?
Yeah. They might just go sideways till then.
Let's see, 8:45.
And 4,
So
13,
it's about an
44.
hour.
Mhm.
Yeah, it could. That's why hopefully we get into a pattern that may break that sideways action.
Right.
This is what we're trying to avoid. It looks good, and now it's coming right back up. Because the only thing that's getting in pattern formation is the 1 minute. The 5 minutes attempting to kick in. So 15 is not playing ball. But all of this is blue. Okay. 5 minutes kicking in. I'm gonna go for a short. Again, changing direction and trend trade on the 1 minute. Come on, 5 minutes. This is why I like waiting on my 15-minute. I could see my 15-minute bar and be like, okay, I'll wait for the next 15-minute bar.
Which is just 2 or 3 minutes away, yeah. But you might be surprised this might go.
I mean, this on the in 2 minutes, the 15-minute stochastic is going to turn around because the prices drop.
Right. It'll probably start angling down.
Yeah.
But the next 5 minutes should push this lower.
Right.
And then we should be in okay status.
It's just the 1 minute is cycling up.
Right.
Okay, so I took the trade and I was a little bit slightly just after you guys taking the trade. So I'm minus 2 or 3 pips at the moment on this trade. Are you guys getting that?
Getting what?
Are you in the trade? Are you down in the pips or?
Oh, I'm not trading. I'm sorry. I've done my 2%. I'm staying out.
Right. Okay.
I'm doing this to learn. My thing is here to watch the indicators and learn.
See, this one's already good. This one is better. You know what? This thing is.
USD CAD is better set up.
Where is the? Should be. Get out of that. That's why I should have waited for the next 15-minute bar.
Yeah, because 15-minute didn't really turn around and turn the 55-minute up.
If I turn the 5-minute up. Yeah, at this point, you're just gonna have to wait for it to get the good pattern and everything to get in sync.
Yeah, good call. Good call.
And just wait.
See, me personally, since the H4 and H1 are bullish stochastics, I won't even go short.
All right.
So that's just me being conservative.
Right.
And nothing wrong with that.
It's USD CAD. I still think USD CAD H4 and H1 are positive right now. They're all peaking, but they're at the top. It's pound dollar delay. Pound dollar H1 is peaking at the bottom. That's not a trade. There are no strong movements as far as I can see. Gold is the only thing, and that's bullish across the board.
Right.
515, H1, H4, and daily are all bullish.
Gold is at the 2000 mark now.
I'm sorry.
Gold is at the
Yeah.
2000 level,
Yeah.
which it went above, came back below. It touched off it originally, bounced off it, then came back up and went through it. Now it came back down. So it just all depends on what they want to do with it from here. Do they want to go higher?
But if they break the previous day high, it's clearly going to go higher.
Sometimes. Excuse me.
This is the strength on the 1 hour. It's probably going to limit the movement to the downside if it stays strong like this. There's no budge and turning around.
Yeah, both the H1 and H4 on the USD CAD are that way.
Yeah, both. So possibility this thing is going to push further up.
Correct.
I'm looking at the pound US for a short right here.
Pound US. Oh,
Yeah.
it's synced up anywhere.
Huh?
I don't know why you would take a short. I guess you're going on the 15.51, but on the 15, the white line is pointing up, whereas the green line is pointing down.
Okay, I looked at the 5.
I mean, in this one, if I follow it correctly, the pattern is on the H4 time frame, which is a change in direction.
Okay.
That means you need a trend or change in pattern on the H1 and a trend on the 15, 5, and 1, right? In the short, going short.
Right.
Okay.
So on the H1, you have that, but it's oversold. It's below the 20, right? The 15 is not giving you a pattern. So till it gives you a pattern, there is no short trade setup. Doesn't matter what the 5 and 1 do. That's the way I've been reading it. Correct me if I'm wrong.
No, 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 no. Not saying any of that at all. Just asking the question and thinking this looks like he wants to go
Okay,
further.
so you like Santiago said, you always find the highest time frame that has a pattern, right? The highest time frame that has a pattern right now is the H4, because the daily is not ready to give you a pattern. Okay.
Right.
So if the H4 pattern is a change in direction to the downside, everything else below that needs to be in that pattern.
Okay.
And you just go to the next time frame, from H4 to H1. Is that giving you the pattern in the short direction? Yes, it is. Is the 15 giving you direction? No. So there's no trade. It has to be consistent down the line. That
Gotcha.
makes sense.
Yeah, yeah.
We look at the pound dollar, it gave you a trade at the London Open.
Oh, there was a brilliant trade on the pound dollar earlier today. Yeah, it was
Right.
fantastic. Yeah.
And that at that time, everything was pointing down
Yeah, 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 yeah.
in sync to
Yeah.
the downside. And there
Right.
was a trade.
Yeah.
Gave you what, 20 pips,
Maybe more than that.
30 pips.
Yeah.
All the pound pairs went down at the same time.
Okay. All right. Now I'm distracting you there from the gold scenario, right?
So gold has a trend pattern on the 4-hour going up. The 1 hour is already in trend. 15 minutes in trend to the upside.
Yeah.
Need these to get back in sync, either to go long.
Yeah. I'm just yeah. Yeah, good call. What I mean by that is that it on the 1 hour and the 4 hour it is put in a double top. And on the day. So no point in saying, yeah, look, it's put in a double top, it's going to turn down from here, right? Because at the 2000, that's a huge psychological number. Okay.
Right.
It's all very fine to think that, but you need, you can't be thinking. Yeah, you can't be trading thoughts. You've got to be trading facts, and
right.
This is okay. So that's what it looks like. Now that you know what you think it looks like, you still have to have an unbiased approach to it. It could still turn around and go long here, right? Right. Okay.
So the way I 15 is right. 15 the 15-minute chart is right in the middle. So when you're in a situation like this, it's probably best to wait for the 15-minute to give you a pattern. That's gonna push that market down.
Okay.
Like here, right? Or here, it was up. Then it gave you a change in direction pattern. That's when it moved.
Right.
Right here, it was going down, changing direction. That's when it got the big move.
Right.
Trend trade. That's when you got your big move. So it's good to get the 5-minute to give you a heads up that it's getting into a pattern. But if the 15 never changes direction, you won't get that big move that you're looking for. Especially when everything is peaked.
So you could have a lot of sideways action until that 15 is set up correctly.
Right. Or you can get you may get a move, a nice move, but then they'll probably pull back. And then after that, then maybe this will get in sync to the downside.
Okay.
Um,
Well, then On that basis, can you have a quick look at the US yen?
So the USDN is giving you a continuation trade. So everything is 1 hour cycling up, 15-minute continuation trade. So yeah, this will be tradable.
I just entered it long. This is demo trading.
Don't you wait for the 1 minute to cycle?
Yeah. This is a 15-minute chart, 15-minute bar. So you're at the high end of the 15-minute.
Right. So don't you wait
So
for
you
the
have to
1 minute
wait.
to recycle to give you better entry?
Okay.
Right. Wait for the 1 minute, or just wait for the next 15-minute bar to start, because it
Yeah.
could just pull back.
Right. Okay. So I was just trying to get on the US yen is something I've been looking for to turn around and go north.
So again, you look at the H1. H1 is trying to give you a change in direction pattern to the upside, correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
The 15 minutes is already giving you a change of direction,
Yeah.
right? So 2 are confirmed. 5 is giving you a trend trade. And the 1 is trend, but it's all the way bullish. So you need to turn around and give you another trough, right?
Yes. Yeah.
And that would be the entry.
Yeah. Okay. Didn't see
And
that.
that'll minimize your stop losses.
Yeah.
And you can go long right now, but you'll have to sit through some.
No. I hear you. I hear you. Okay, it was just to get a flavor, and I learned from doing that by asking the question because I didn't look at the 1 minute.
Right.
For it, see where the stochastics are on the 1 minute. Yes, I see it now clearly.
Right.
Okay.
Did you put in the template I sent you with the multiple stochastics at the bottom?
Yeah.
You have it on your tab on your.
Everything is the last one you sent me was the most up to date. Everything's it's all loaded up.
Okay.
See, I'm back looking at gold now for a minute, and the price action on the 1 minute is trying to go down a bit and then up a bit and then down a bit. So it's just doing its thing, right?
Yeah.
But now I come to the 15-minute. I look at the hour and I say, right, this is all way overbought, right?
You look at gold.
I'm looking at gold on the 1 hour now.
Okay.
And to me, it's saying that it's overbought on the 1 hour.
Yeah, but it's overbought, but it's still strong.
I understand that, right? I understand that. So
The
this is
1
where
minute just turned
this
up.
is where I have to come back to the 15. And the 15 has, if I'm thinking this is going to go short, I have to get confirmation on the 15, but I have to be open to the fact that this could go long.
Correct.
Right.
Right now, the 5 minute is not set up to go long. So they're not working in sync, so it'll be a sideways motion right now.
Yeah.
5 is turning up though, but it's flickering.
Yeah, they're probably gonna wait for the news
9:45, yeah,
Yeah,
or 8:45 in your case.
to move the market. Because look upon that. Remember, the 15 was angling up and the 532 was going down, and everything else was looking good.
Yeah.
But 15 was just not right.
Correct.
So you have to wait till it gets right. Now you're getting a change in direction to the upside on the 15.
But look at the 1 hour.
The 1 hour is just cycling up.
Well, the 5 is cycling up, but the white is still below 20. It's not following the 5. So this could be a false break to the upside.
Right. Could be just temporary.
Yeah.
The 15-minute 5 and 1
Right.
trade.
It's a short time trade.
Right.
It's an FSS trade, 15.51. I say 1 minute is already trying to cycle down. Yeah, 15 minutes is totally screwed up.
See, if the trade on this one was at the beginning of this 15-minute bar
Correct.
to go up. Once you that 15-minute bar has extended itself, um, you
You wait
want to
for a
wait.
better setup. Yeah.
Yeah, you want to wait till the next 15-minute bar comes in, because if it's gonna go strong, then everything will be in sync and it'll start pushing up again. Plus, you always probably get some kind of pullback before it goes.
Yeah.
So that would be your better price. But at the same time, you're letting the market tell you if it's going to continue or not. At at this bar, you don't know if it's going to continue or not. This bar is going to tell you if it's going to continue or not, because it'll start pulling back, and then you'll see how the indicator start to react with this pullback. And then now you wait, because your 1 minute is getting out of sync. Got to change your direction to the upside. So you're no longer interested going long until everything gets aligned to go long again. Let's go though, and gold is still pushing. It's gonna do like it did last time. It's just gonna keep going. See, now everything's in sync to go long.
Oh yeah.
But this thing don't want to turn around.
Yeah, it turned out. And it was all of a sudden it turned out. Last minute of the 5-minute bar. What did the USD yen do?
Can't make up its mind what it wants to do.
Yeah.
Must be a lot riding on this next news that's due out.
Yep.
I think so. What the hell's going on? Yeah, everything is. USD CAD. The 1 hour is getting wants to play ball. Still don't have a good pattern on the 15. Do have a continuation pattern on the 5. So if it look like this on the 5, here's your potential continuation patterns forming. So this would definitely have to be a 1 minute trade.
I still think it's going to go sideways in the news.
Yeah. Well, this would just be a quick scalp.
Yeah. No, it was a good trade in the Euro session long. Everything set up correctly.
Oh yeah. Look at that. Went from a change in direction on the 5 minute to a trend trade, another trend trade. trend trade, trend trade, trend trade, and then now we're in possibly reversal.
Excuse me.
But what caused this move up? You see good patterns on the 5, but what was the 15-minute doing at that location? 15-minute was giving you a change in direction.
Mhm.
So that's why you got the 5-minute giving you all those good patterns, because the 15-minute got into a pattern.
Yeah.
What did the 1 hour do in that same location?
It's
1
giving
hour
you
was a trend pattern.
yeah, it gave you a trough and then turn around.
All right. So the 1 hour and 15-minute were in good patterns.
Yeah.
Were forming good patterns. And what was the 4 hour doing?
It was
4
a
hour was
strong pattern.
yeah, it was already in a change in direction.
Yeah.
With strength.
Well, it
So
was
that's
in a trend trade, but yeah.
right. So these when you scan for pairs to trade, one good thing is on your 1 hour, you want to see a good pattern on the 1 hour. If you see a good pattern on the 1 hour, you're going to get a nice trade.
Yeah.
As long as the 15 plays ball.
Well, that's why I look for the 4 hour, 1 hour to be in sync,
To be in sync.
or the daily and 4 hour to be in sync.
Right.
That gives me the short direction, because that
Right.
tells me the 13 and 5 are moving together.
Correct.
And then the lower time frames, when they get into the same pattern, that's why I give you good trades.
This is the 15. So this should be the daily, and this is the 4 hour. As you can see, there's out of sync here.
Yeah.
All this is out of sync.
Yeah, but
You
the
got a lot of
the
standards.
4 hour and 1 hour got into sync, and that'll be your first entry going north.
Right.
Right there. Yeah. And then when the daily joined in, then it became a longer trade. All right, USD CAD is setting up to go short. Just the 1 minute needs to cycle properly. Got another half hour when anything happens. How's your yen trade doing there, John?
Which one?
The USD yen?
Not good. It's down 13 pips at the moment. So I won't say lesson learned, but certainly that'll teach me to go check that before that.
All right, so let me ask you, are you thinking of getting out, or what is your thought process?
See, I know. Look, this is a demo account, right?
No, but still have a thought process, right? Do you want to stay in the trade, get out?
Sorry, what? Oh, wait, what was that? I missed that bit. What was that?
Are you going to stay in the trade? Are you going to get out? What is your thought process?
At the moment, I'm staying in it.
Why?
Because of the 15-minute.
Okay. So you took a longer term view with the 1 hour and 15 minute in sync.
Yeah. The 1 hour was turning up. So
yeah.
The 15-minute was, the momentum seems to be changing in the 15-minute. Okay.
Right.
To the north side, and then I thought the 5 was okay, and I didn't check the 1, so I just took it. But if I had checked the 1, I wouldn't have had that drawdown. I'd only be thinking of getting in now.
Right.
Okay, that's all. Because it has recycled.
Right.
I would have been thinking getting in a couple of hours back on the 1 minute, and I'd already be in some kind of profit,
Right.
And then I just have a tiny stop loss of 8 pips. You know what I mean?
Right.
So on that basis, that's where I should move my stop to now and just contain the losses, not let them run all the way down. That is 120, what 30? Yeah, I'd move my stop below the round number. There's a round number there at 130.
Mm.
So that's where I'd move my stop to. So right now, my overall exposure is 22 pips.
Okay. USD CAD must be moving up. No.
So there wouldn't. So there's a better entry now on the US yen.
Yes. At the beginning of this bar when it turned blue, all blue.
Yeah. Okay.
And you're not too worried about the yellow ball on the 5 minute because the 1 hour and 15 minute is strong. It's probably going to get taken out.
But in any event,
Yeah, it's kind of difficult right now to trade
yeah,
because everything is waiting for the news.
yeah, that took the words out of my mouth, right?
So things I may not follow through.
Yeah.
It's everything is just stagnant right now. So
And if you look at the 1 minute, it's going up and down, right? It's constantly crossing the 50, coming down.
Yeah. And I looked at this earlier this morning and I thought this is going to turn around and go back up. It didn't. It kept on going down.
Right.
And I went, oh my God. And then I had to go off and do something. And when I got back and I saw how far it went down, I couldn't believe it.
Yeah. I mean, the yen was really strong this morning.
Oh, it was. And I don't know what caused that. I remember looking to see, is there any announcement from the Bank of Japan or?
No.
There was nothing. It's just pure market.
Yeah. That's why my Swiss yen made me enough money to make my 2%.
I got 40 pips out of that Swiss yen short when you set me
said that, yeah.
And I set my target at 141.10, I think it was, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it hit it. I got 40 pips.
Yeah. I was out by then.
Sorry?
I was out at 141.50. Because I already made my money. I said, forget it.
You didn't need to stay in it.
No.
And that's the discipline that will consistently grow the account, in my opinion.
I mean, I'm at 19.5 or possibly 20 that I was targeting. I'm only $500 short for Monday, which is my 5th day.
You're at 19.5, 19 and a half profit.
Yeah.
And your objective is what?
20, right? 2% a day, 5 days, 10%,
Okay.
20,000.
All right. So what's the profit target with the prop firm?
Oh, that's 10,000. I already crossed that.
Right.
I take a small trade and make my 500. I've basically done 5 days of trading and I've passed the account.
Right. So if you were really confident, then you could go to a challenge.
Yeah, but I want this 2 weeks so I make sure I'm consistent. Look at the USD and go.
Absolutely, yeah.
And once I finish this one, then I do another 2 weeks, make sure everything goes. Then I'll go to the challenge.
Yeah.
Because then I'll have cemented my thought process a little bit anyway.
Right.
There's no such thing as 100% cementing. How are you doing in yours, Santiago? You're in the challenge, right? You're in phase 2?
yeah, I'm stuck on phase 2.
Okay.
You're in the challenge live?
Not a live account yet, but I'm on phase 2.
But sorry. Okay. So you're not in a demo, you're on a challenge.
Yeah.
So the challenge means you paid to do it.
Right.
Okay. So you passed stage 1 of that challenge.
Right.
And now you're in stage 2 of the challenge.
Right. Once I pass phase 2, then I'll have a live account.
Nice one.
And
Are
he's
you
with
trading
the-
that account right now?
Yeah, so unfortunately, yes. Had a
Oh,
bad day
man.
today.
USD yen is really pulling it out.
Bad day today.
But
That's why
you're not.
I was wondering. I mean, you're up 180. Why did you even take a chance?
I don't know. I wanted to start the next week comfortable, I guess.
Okay.
Greedy son.
Wanted to start comfortable. Now I'm starting with pain. Ain't comfortable at all.
You hit the nail on the head. You hit the nail on the head.
Yeah.
We're addicted to pain.
I mean, I've had this 2% goal forever. I've never followed the plan. But this,
Don't miss what I just said, guys. This is really important. Don't
but
miss
now
what I
that we have
just said.
time, can you continue your thought as to what you heard?
No. What I mentioned earlier, what was it that was causing us to do this? And it's because we're addicted to pain.
Right.
It's pain-based trading. Okay. And on this one, I know what I'm talking about. You guys know how to do all the computer stuff, but I know this stuff. So thank you today for both of your input. It is magnificent. It is pain-based trading.
If you don't follow your rules.
Whether you have rules or you don't have rules, if pain-based is what you're operating on, your rules won't amount to anything.
Well,
Okay.
The rules will.
So if you recognize consciously
right,
that you're in a pain-based trading mentality, your subconscious will become aware that you are now aware.
that's
The 4
what,
steps of consciousness.
yeah.
Have you heard of it?
Yeah, I mean, you're training your subconsciousness, basically.
No,
right?
no. The 4 steps of consciousness.
Go ahead.
Step 1, let me just write this down. Oh, thanks a million, guys. I swear to God, I can't thank you enough for this. This is brilliant, right? I totally forgotten this. Just give me a couple of minutes here, right?
Yeah.
This is so important. There's 4 steps involved. And it's so long since it's 20 odd years since I did all this stuff, which is why I've slipped back into old habits. Thank you. Right. So step 1 is you are subconsciously unaware. Step 1. Step 2 is you are consciously aware. Right. I have to work this out, guys. So long since I did it. Consciously. You're consciously aware. Then you're subconsciously aware. There you go. So I call it out to the step 1 is that you're subconsciously unaware.
Yeah.
Step two is that you are consciously unaware.
Uh-huh.
Step 3 is that you become consciously aware.
Okay.
And then step 4 is that you become subconsciously aware. And that's
Okay.
when you're flying it.
Right.
Now you've both been absolutely brilliant now to engage with this is fantastic. This will change everything. But it will for me, and I'm sure it will for you. Get away from pain-based trading.
In order to do that, I have to remove my wife from my consciousness. Gives me too much pain. A lot of freaking text she sent.
That's brilliant. Oh my man, she's got it absolutely first class. Oh, I love it.
Looks like the Aussie dollar got getting a good setup.
Sorry,
The Aussie dollar.
I looked at that earlier.
Yeah, are the dollars in sync to go down?
Should be.
But not doing anything with news.
Yeah. But it gave a good trade this morning.
Yeah.
The 15-minute is still very well set up.
It's set up all the way through the daily to go short.
Yeah. So why isn't it going short?
US news.
Due out in. I have to go off and get some coffee here. All right. I need a change of scenery for about 5 minutes. I won't be able to stop laughing, and definitely won't be able to concentrate. Give me 5, guys.
All right. Yeah, I'm at 56 pips. That's a lot for Aussie dollar.
Yeah, that was a nice one.
And gave 1, 2, 3 add-ons. So this could have been like a 100 pip trade.
Yeah. Yeah, more than 100 pips.
Yeah, pound dollar would have been, oh, a beautiful trade. 82, 44, 126, and 160, 170 pip trade. The pound dollar. Easily. I mean, the thing I'm finding with the setup is that not only, if you follow the rules, not only does it make it easier to trade, it also makes it easier to take your add-ons because the setups are there.
Right.
And I mean, the way I'm trading there with the, if I follow my rules explicitly, the daily and H4 in sync, and then H1 in sync, then get my trades, it's automatic at that point, really.
You know what I would like is to be able to get an alert when both of these are crossing over.
I can program an alert in on my histo, but I'll have to see. I have to work on that. It shouldn't be that hard to put the alert in. It's just a matter
Yeah,
of
so
putting the code in.
put in the code of across the 50 instead of the cross up here going in the same direction.
Yeah, I mean, I
So-
already have the code to show that on the histogram, right? Where it crosses the 50. It's just matter of putting an alert to that code, that particular piece.
Right.
Okay. It shouldn't be hard. It's just I haven't put alerts in my code, so I have to figure out taking from other code as to how to do it.
Because the way, especially if you set it on the 15-minute or
Yeah.
whatever time frame you set it on, well, preferably 15-minute on up, because 5
Yeah.
minutes will probably give you changing direction, probably
Too
not going
often, yeah.
too often. But 15-minute, 1 hour, 4 hour.
Give me a second, I'll be
What?
right back.
Okay.
Okay, I'm back. So I'll put the alert in for the code, and then you just turn it on for the time frame you want, essentially.
Right.
Pound
Because you
dollar is
figure this
shooting up.
pound dollar.
Still a 15.51 trade, so it's not going too far.
Yeah. As you can see, you got a change in direction.
Yeah.
On the 15, that's when it started.
Correct.
So once the alert come in on the change in direction, you're either gonna have a trade right away,
Or
or
it's
you
getting ready for a setup.
or you wait for the next trade.
Yeah, and the H1
Look at
is
that.
also setting up. It's not a change in direction, but it's coming out of the 20. So, and then it just shot up.
Yeah, USD CAD is also pushing down. But this is all news manipulation, I think.
Well, 9:30 also the stock market opens, right? So
Yeah. So gold is doing the opposite. Yeah, I'm not
Okay,
gonna
I'm back.
mess with it. I'm not gonna mess with it. So I was telling Rajiv that if he codes that change in direction, you can look for change in directions on a 15-minute, 1 hour, 4 hour, and daily.
Wow.
When you get a change in direction, you know you'll have a trade.
Yeah.
It'll be tradable right away on the lower
Yeah.
time frame.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then you can start looking for, after that change in direction, you can start looking for your other trades.
Okay.
But this is the what you call it, this is your first indication the market is moving in a specific direction.
Okay. Which I can't make out which pair you're on. Gold, is it?
This is the USD CAD
Okay, right.
and gold.
I
But as you
think,
can
John,
see
you
here,
better get out of a USD yen while you can.
Just 1 sec now.
It's
It's
streaming down now, so
I'm all over the place here now. Just 1 second. The US yen, I got 11 and 6, so that's 17.
yeah, let's get out. Wait for the news.
Oh, the news hasn't gone off yet. All
No.
right, okay, right. Well, the stock market just opened, didn't it?
Yes.
yeah.
Okay, thanks for that. Yeah, yeah.
Anyway, go ahead. So, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's your first catalyst that the market is shifting and going in a specific direction. After that, if it's going to continue, you'll get the rest of your patterns. But at least you'll be alerted that things are changing.
Yeah.
Even if it's not much, like right here in the Asian session, you had a change in direction. So maybe you catch something here, but you will wait for your next pattern, which was here. And that one gave you a better move. Then you wait for your next pattern that didn't go anywhere, and then what you got, change in direction to the downside. And then you wait for a move short, which didn't go anywhere. So you're out of that. And now you got a change in direction to the upside, which was a continuation from the moves, the 1 hour continuation. So let's look at this on the 1 hour. When did the 1 hour give you a change in direction down here? After that, you're just waiting on the 1 hour for your next pattern.
So did you get that, John? The key is that you don't take it on the first change of direction. You wait for the second one to give you a pattern.
The second one being a confirmation one on the same time
Correct.
frame.
That's right.
Well, the
Or the
first
lower
one,
time frame.
yeah, the first one, like if I see this on the 1 hour, right? it's tradable, right? I can actually get in because I have an instant change in direction and just ride that 1 hour up. Well, when you go down to your 15, where is it? Your 15 already gave you a change in direction. So this will be your next pattern on your 15 to go long.
Oh, yeah, right. Okay,
And then at this point, the 1 hour is probably cycling down. Go back to the 1 hour, right? It's out of sync. You're waiting
Right.
for the next pattern, which
Okay.
is right here. You go to your 15. That's where you get that small move up. Then after that, the 1 hour.
But I would say go back to the 15. That's your first change of direction though. So you wouldn't take that trade. You would wait for a confirmation, which you never get.
No, this was the change in direction right here.
Yeah, but then it changed in direction in the other way. So this became the first one after that. Right? It's inconsistent. It's not like the white is staying above the
Right.
50 and the green is cycling.
Just a deeper pullback, yeah.
So that's why you have a sideways market.
Right.
Right? When you get to the one where it slopes down on the long slope. Yeah,
There.
right there. That's the
Yeah.
change in direction. And then you go, keep going. One more bar.
yeah, and when they all
And
meet
there's
together.
your continuation. And there's your trade. And then when it goes back up,
Hold it there for a sec. Hold it there for a sec, right? If you move that bar 2 or 3 to the right from where it is. Go. There. That's when they all cross to the upside.
no, didn't cross the 50 though. That's what he's talking about.
Okay, okay. All right, but
So when
they're all
it does
moving
cross
together
the
now.
50.
There, right there.
Yeah. So the trade is when the continuation happens, which is the next trough.
But they all trough together. They all trough at the
Right
same
there.
time.
That's your actual trade. No, it doesn't matter.
No,
Yeah.
this is a instant change in direction. So it is tradable on the beginning of this bar.
Right. If you go to the
Only
1 hour there, if you go to
only-
the 1 hour right there where you have the line now, what does the 1 hour look like? Please.
Oh, the 1 hour is given a pattern. Given a trend trade.
Yeah.
But if you're on the 15 and you want to get into this early change in direction, you have to go to your 5 and make sure the 5. Damn that. The 5 is in a pattern.
All right.
And
So the way
once that-
I have been looking at it, go back to the 15.
Okay.
When it gets into that trough, like John was saying, right?
Okay.
Right on that bar.
Okay.
I drop it down to the 5 and look for a trend.
Okay, fine. Now let's go live to something where that's
so there's your trade with a trend pattern on the 5.
Yeah.
But it cannot be a change of direction on the 5. It has to be a trend.
Yeah.
You get me?
But that was confirmed by the 1 hour.
15-minute trough. Well,
15
yeah.
minutes. And the 1 hour. So
Yeah.
all right, I think I get that. And on that basis then, right? If you go to gold now on the 1 hour and just hear me out on this. Gold on the 1 hour. Come on. There. So I'm looking at the stochastics on the 1 hour now, okay? And they're all peaking at the same time.
Right.
And it seems to me that it's trying to turn down on the stochastics at the same time. Okay, so if I put a mark, where are we?
No. You see the panel below for the stochastics? There is no trend trade on the 1505. It's all a change in direction.
I'm trying to just go through this now, right? So the 15 is not there yet because it's not. Okay, all right. And the 5 is not there yet, right? Okay. But I have
the 5 is giving you a gave you a change in direction, possibly a continuation trade, but there's no pattern on the 15 yet. It's trying to
Yeah.
give you a change in direction.
Okay. Okay.
Once the 15 gives you the change in direction, these patterns will kick in, and you start getting your good trades down.
And hopefully you'll get a trend trade on the 5 at that point.
Right.
Okay.
And then it'll start pushing even more if the 1 hour starts to get
Come
below
down.
the
Yeah.
come down. If it stays up here, then these may not go as far. It may give you another trend trade, change in direction to the upside.
Yeah.
So everything has to everything has to be in sequence, right?
Okay.
1 minute, 5 minute, 15. Once the 15 gives you a pattern, right, it's only going to go far if the 1 hour gives you a pattern while the 15 is giving you patterns. So if you don't see the 1 hour progressing, then rest assured that the 15 eventually is going to peak and then not go too far. So in order for the market to keep going strong in one direction, it has to gradually start going from 15-minute change in direction, continuation trade, then the 1 hour will kick in and give you a change in direction, right? Then it'll give you a continuation trade. Then the 4 hour may start kicking in, cycling down.
Yeah.
And then give you a change in direction. That's when you start knowing that you have a long move ahead of you, because everything is moving from one time frame to the next, to the next, to the next, and the
Okay.
swings are starting to get longer and longer because now you're waiting for the larger time frame patterns
Okay.
to kick in.
And that's from inception. So what I've done a shortcut by saying the daily and the 4 hour already have to be in a pattern, and then I follow through on the lower time frames.
Right.
So when I say the daily and 4 hour have to be in sync, that means they're already in a pattern, whether it's changing direction or trend, doesn't matter. And at that point, I know which direction I'll be trading on the 1 hour, 15, and 5.
Right. So on that basis, today you would have had a big up move on the gold. You would have got over 100 pips on it.
Well, the daily and 4 hour not in sync on gold, right? Or are they? I don't know.
And they were,
Yeah, they are. So the 4 hour and 1 hour, where is the daily? Yes. See, with the daily in 1 hour, H4 current to sync, the 1 hour,
Yeah.
4 hour, yeah, that would have
Okay.
given me a good trade.
and you'd have taken it up to the high, which is
Yeah.
giving you 100 pips. Yeah. Okay.
But when I came in, it was not in pattern, so I didn't look at gold.
All right. Okay.
So the first thing I do when I come in the Euro session or just before 2 o'clock, let's say not the Euro session, because it won't be the Euro session till next week,
Okay.
is I scan through and see and I have my dashboard telling me which ones are in sync. Then I just look at those pairs.
Yeah.
That's how I found the Swiss yen.
3, 9, 6.
It was actually the only one that was in sync across the board. That's why I
Yeah.
took that trade.
Well, on that basis, if you'd gone to the pound US, you would have got, if you've taken it all the way down to the reason, you would have got 80 pips out of it.
Yeah, but that came in at 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock my time.
Okay.
And I was already 2 hours into it. So by the time the GU kicked in, I was already out of trading.
Okay.
I was done.
Right.
That's what I meant by saying I need to get off my high horse.
Okay.
Actually, what I did was I got up. I saw nothing set up, so I went back to sleep. Then came back at 3:30.
Hey guys, I'll be right back.
And at 3:30 is when I entered the Swiss yen and got my pips. So before the US Open, the London Open, in that half hour, I got my pips and I was done.
Right. Half an hour.
Yeah. I went from, let's see, 11:39 to 11:43, actually 4 minutes. In 4 minutes, I had made my money. In fact, the first Swiss yen that I took, I took my eyes off, otherwise I would have been done on that trade. That was at 10:59, so 11, which is what, 4 o'clock.
Right.
I took my eyes off the trade and it came back against me, but it would have hit my target way before then.
Yeah.
I don't know why I took my eyes off that. Because I would have been done in 10 minutes.
Yeah. Well, on the 2% gain per
Yeah.
day rule and a setup like that, there's no need to go looking anywhere else.
No. Well,
You know
that's
what I
what I'm
mean?
saying. The Swiss yen was the only one set up before London Open.
Yeah, you know that, and it's a good pair as well as that one. So you
Correct.
know that you're going to get a good trade out of that.
Yeah.
And you can put all your focus on that, and that's the end of it. Then you're done.
Yeah. In fact, the stop loss was 50 pips, but so that's why I only took 20 lots.
Right.
If it was anything like less than 50 pips, it would have been between 20 and 40
There's gold
lots.
moving now. Gold is moving now.
Okay.
Everything's clicking into place.
Gold is coming down. Yeah.
I'm in. Am I in?
Oh, there's news.
Yeah, I got the trade on.
News came.
Right.
It's all good for the US.
The
So-
US yen just absolutely
shot up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
It hit the weekly support and retreated on the US
Okay.
yen.
Right then. This gold now should just go because of that 1 hour turn down. 15 is now confirming the down move. Oh, it's just changed.
15 is now doing the change in direction. The one, yeah, this should be a good entry to the sun.
Trade too much. I can't take it.
Can't take it.
Can't take it.
Something blocking you, or
No.
Oh, you mean you can't take the trade?
No, I just gotta make sure I didn't. I have to adjust my lot size. I don't go over.
oh, okay, yeah,
Because it's fluctuating a lot.
yes. It's just the news
So-
just came out, so
You have to be patient. Otherwise, I
yeah,
Could
it can
muster it.
blow your account very quickly. The 1 minute is recycling anyway, so
Flash manufacturing was 49.3, which was way better than forecast, and way
everything
better than the
was
previous
way
one.
better than forecast. Yeah,
And the flash services was way better than forecast. So
Yep.
that should be good for the dollar. Should be, unless they've priced it in already.
what is the USD CAD doing? Did that shoot up? Oh yeah, shot up. Yes, Swiss.
The US yen shot up 30 odd pips and then it shot back down 30 odd pips within the space of a minute.
Yeah, it hit the weekly support, right? And then came back. So it gave you 20 pips, 30 pips.
So
Looks like it's trying to transition. The 1 hour going up, 15-minute coming down.
which one?
US yen.
Yeah, pound dollar looks good.
Yeah. Pound dollar was already moving before the news.
I remember I took that trade earlier.
Yeah.
Stayed with it. Again, it went back against me too far. It was back 25 pips, it's this goes back to managing lot sizes and just staying to one trade at a time,
Yeah. You can take multiple lots, but multiple trades, but you just divide your single lot
Yeah.
by
yeah.
the number of trades you take. That's it.
Okay. Based on everything we've been talking about, to be honest with you, I'm looking for a 2% a day, and 2% a day is colossal, right?
Yeah.
If you achieve that on a daily basis to grow your account by 2% a day,
That's
You are
40% of a month,
you are in the top 0.01% of traders in the world.
Yeah, uncompounded, that's 40% a month. If you compound it, of course, it can be like 50, 60%.
Okay, right.
And I'm doing uncompounded because I'm sticking with the 2% as 4,000 a day.
All right. Oh,
If I want to take my money out every 2 weeks, there's no point in compounding it.
hadn't thought of that. That's a good idea.
Did you guys take any trades? No?
Oh yeah, I took that gold trade
Oh, okay.
and I said in the pound US. The only thing with this gold business is it swallows up all your margin like you wouldn't believe.
Yeah. Especially on football.
Yeah, they're mad for it.
Yeah. But apparently my Forex fund doesn't do that. So
Doesn't?
no, their margins are lower.
Wow. Okay. Now then. Why is that gold not moving down? It should be.
Trapping people.
The 15 is not set.
Yeah. Top of the hour.
Yeah.
Top of the hour. They're waiting for the top of the hour. Hold up. The 5 looks good.
very jittery.
Yeah, it's gone though. It's gone. Gone.
Yeah, gold is going.
15 is set now.
Yeah.
5 is good. 1 is good. This looks like it's going to go down quite a ways.
Mhm. Jeez, look at it go on gold.
And on the cards.
Pound dollar is not going anywhere.
No. I'm going to dump the pound dollar -2. Spot on Santiago.
Sticking.
On the third 15-minute bar that the goal took off.
Yeah.
Not the first one. Second one pulled back, and then the third one. Yeah.
It's like the 1 hour is getting strong too.
Mm-hmm. I don't know why it's hesitating now.
Because all of this support.
I made 15 pips out of it when I got out. That put me over the $5,000 for today.
Good man. Well done.
I'm going to close my thing down so I don't get tempted.
That's good discipline. If it ain't open, you can't trade it.
That's right. I won't get tempted anyway. Euro CAD, pound CAD also going down. Aussie CAD.
Oh,
New Zealand dollar is really going down.
Mr. US yen.
US yen is a mix now. I mean, it's so buy on the H1 down, but the H4 is not set. You look at the New Zealand dollar there, Santiago.
The New Zealand dollar.
Yeah. You have it? It's not going anywhere, even though it's all set up to go down. Strange. Sorry, I didn't mean to distract you.
Hmm. Should have got out.
For our other group, how's the US 30 doing? Should have been.
Same thing. It's just dallygagging around.
Yeah. A good
Yeah.
trade from the Euro on the earlier session, right?
Yeah, usually
How
won't
many
get
pips
this.
was that?
Oh,
Good Lord. Must be like 300 pips.
let's see, 4,448.
What?
So 400 pips.
400 pips, yeah. It gives what, 10 cents on a dollar or a dollar?
I think it's 10 cents on the dollar, something like that.
That's not much, it's $40.
But this is another thing is the 4 hours. The 4 hours is not in a pattern, right? It's just
Correct.
swing down.
Yeah.
So the 4 hour and the daily are not in sync.
You're talking about the gold, right?
Yeah, gold.
Okay,
The 4 hour and daily are not in sync.
correct.
So when they're not in sync, you expect consolidation.
Well, I hit the
So
support and bounce. That's what
also,
we're doing.
yeah.
So
So what I've been experimenting with is whenever I see, especially on the 1 hour, whenever I see these two out of sync, which is the 4 hour and the daily,
yeah, then it's on the range.
I'm only looking for a range.
Yeah.
So when it gets up here, then I'll be looking to go short. Gets back down here somewhere, we're looking to go long. When they get in sync,
Then you get the impulse move.
then you start getting your it gets out of the range and goes up.
Right.
These two are out of sync and they're ranged.
Right. That's precisely why I look for the H4 and daily to be in sync for my trades.
Right. No, but I'm
Otherwise,
saying
you know, you're in a quick in and out trade.
Correct.
right. So if you're out of sync, don't expect long, strong movement. Expect your when
Okay.
B starts to get in sync, just to get to a specific range or
Okay.
bottom of a specific range.
And
Then
show
you
them how
start
you
trading.
draw your range.
Let's get rid of all this stuff.
I don't want to be interfering with you now if you're trading your prop account.
No, I'm not trading till next week. That's why I changed it to 01. So if I do get in, it's not hurting anything.
Oh, 0.01.
0.01.
Really careful there.
Where am I? Okay. That disappeared. Don't wanna. Okay.
So
So
that was the range now, but the earlier it was before on the high of the previous bar, right? The low of the rectangle.
yeah, it was in this range, which was a smaller range for the
1 hour.
smaller. Yeah,
And then it got into sync, but it broke the rectangle. I mean,
but
it went down.
usually the range goes from the last peak to wherever it broke, or the previous peak.
Right.
Is where you want to set your range.
Right.
So it was tight, but once it broke out, it just went to the bottom of it, came back up. That's because these two are out of sync.
Mhm.
And you see what earlier they got in sync a little bit, and it went up, and then they got out of sync right away. So you're still in that range mode. So that's how I'm differentiating. Should I be looking for a continuation trade, long trade, uh, trend trade, or should I just be looking to establish a range and once it hit the top, go to the bottom, top, bottom.
Okay.
So now that gold is getting into sync to go long on the daily and the 4 hour,
Yeah, it's
you're
getting in
waiting
sync,
for the thing to break the top side.
right?
It keeps you out of trouble in ranges. That makes sense, John?
Yeah.
So now you're at the bottom of the range, you're trading up, but you do have the ability that if it does get in sync, then it can continue and break out of it. If it stops at the up here and then it starts getting out of sync again, then you know you're still in the
Range.
in the range.
And now your box extends to the low of that red bar. Right there. Yeah.
So on a 5-minute chart,
So this is what I call the area of war between buyers and sellers. That's basically what a range is. Sometimes the buyers win, sometimes the sellers win, till one of them takes over.
so
Yeah,
on
5 minutes is where you can see clearly.
on a 5-minute. So this is your range.
Yeah.
So once it broke out of this consolidation, as you can see here, this is the why is the daily on the 5?
Would be the 4 hour, right?
Yeah,
I got it now.
that should be on the day on the 5. Okay. So you see this range right here.
Yeah.
You can see that this 4
Sync.
hour and 1 hour are out of sync.
Yeah.
Here they were in sync, and they got out of sync.
Huh.
And you see it's just ranging out of sync. This is when they started getting back in sync, and that's when you got that move down. But it quickly got out of sync, and it came right back into the range.
What time frame are you looking at?
5 minutes.
5-minute. It's same concept. We're just using the 4 hour and the 1 hour. On the 1 hour, use the daily and the 4 hour. Just for a smaller range. Because I say remember we was in a smaller range inside a bigger range.
All right.
But once it broke out and hit the bottom of the range, which was probably right here, and it made a lower low, then you start looking for longs to the top. And then you start looking
Okay.
for shorts. And then you start looking for longs.
The H1 is not set up yet, so it's still in a range.
So you see here, 4 hour daily and 4 hour are out of sync.
Yeah.
Look at this market. Sideways. Sideways, sideways, sideways. Now they got in sync here. Look at the move. And they got back out of sync. Sideways, 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 sideways. In sync. Move. Out of sync. Sideways, sideways, sideways. In sync. Move, 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 move. Out of sync. Sideways, 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 sideways. Sideways, sideways. Short. Out of sync. Sideways, sideways, sideways. Starting to get it broke out of that sideways, started to move up, then it started to get in sync. but it was still in this sideways range. That's why it was still going up, and it wasn't fully in sync. But once it got out in sync, then you started getting your big pushes. So now I see this. I can stay on one pair. I see this, then I just draw my range and then try to play the range because I know what to play.
Yeah.
If I'm in sync, then I know I can play the continuations and longer moves, extended moves.
Right.
So you don't get caught up on a sideways action trying to go long and short.
It's been 2 hours. Do you want to continue the session or questions have been answered?
I'm going to have to head away fairly soon, lads. I'm okay to stay till the bottom of the hour, but if you guys, I don't know whatever you're doing, but I have to go at the bottom.
I mean, I can stay till 10:30 my time. It's around 15 minutes.
Okay.
What about you, Santiago?
Yeah, it's my Friday, so I don't have to go to work tonight.
Okay.
So I can stay as long as you guys want.
I know.
Yeah, I'm tired, so.
Yeah, I'm going at the bottom of the hour for sure.
Okay.
So, let's close it for now. What about next 3 weeks? You want to continue this?
Oh, please, yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna
If
stop
that's
the
okay.
recording.
I mean, if it suits people.